What's up? This is your Captain Icetitan 123 here with another Icetitan Reads Bleach fanfiction. A nice replay part 13. So we have Siani. She's basically under house arrest. Also, I do want to actually say one thing about the thumbnail. Unlike the previous thumbnails, more than likely, I will not be changing the thumbnail. I might add the Shikai and Bankai of Siani when I deem it to necessary, but because the first half of the because the first half of this fan fiction did, it did deal with a lot of the Bleach characters we all know. So I could actually, put in some of the Bleach characters that will actually that will main focuses of that particular chapter. But as I was getting closer to the to the first half being over and the point of view going to Siani, I had a hard time, figuring out what to do with the thumbnail. But I'll get on that later. But yeah, let's get into this chapter. I looked at the sound of water. I wanted to strike and found myself seriously stiff and sore, both from the bruises and all the standing. It was slow going and not without more noises being released from my mouth than I wanted. A blonde girl, not quite a teen, appeared out of my breathing area and gasped upon meeting my gaze. She lowered her head and darted out. Wonderful. Not even one full day in disgrace, and they were already afraid of me. But with her gone, that must have meant a bath was being readied. I crept out of bed, slowly trying to discover if there was some place on my body that didn't hurt. My hair didn't hurt. I shuffled into the small room and started to remove the shiaksha. I only untied the obi when I heard something hit the floor. I looked down and noticed a small rectangular card. I picked it up and discovered it was folded. A postcard. Postcard of the Urahara Shoten. The only thing printed on it was, "Thank you for shopping at the Urahara Shoten. Skiski fucking ostensibly he'd been hugging me. I should have known better than to accept his uncharacteristic display of affection and seen it as the version that it was. That okay, that's a little typo. That it was. What that hug had been masking and distracting me from was his hiding this postcard within my obi. But for what purpose? Yeah, I wonder what purpose. I lifted it into my hand and to shred it into pieces, but right as I started a tiny tail, I stopped myself. I finished removing my clothing and tucked the postcard in between the Kusada and the Hakama. Not something I wanted to deal with right now. I put the stacked and folded clothing upon the shelf under the towel that hung just to the side of the tub. The water wouldn't stay hot forever. I lowered myself in slowly. It was so hard enough to gently scald, but I didn't mind. It stung several of the abrasions Adriad had caused, but would help with healing them. I closed my eyes and let the water do its work. Okay, before I go on, I just want to say that I'm sorry about any background noise. My niece and nephew are pretty much right outside my door, and there was really nothing I can actually do to actually stop them because they are 2 and 3 years old, and basically nothing I say is gonna really do shit. But okay. Moments later, an unexpected sensation filled me, and I started opening my eyes. I was not expecting things to sense that Cinema again today. The door opened and Theo stepped through. He nodded slightly at seeing me in the tub. He loosened his belt, which I specifically noted was his old, worn, black leather one, and pulled his lane off and left it on the floor. He must have recently had his rotation out in the fields, as he was much darker than usual. His right chest lightly furrowed with hair, the same pale brown shade as the rest. So very different than a by. When he was strong, he was still lithe and lean. Theo had girth. Take that however you want. All of it was on hard muscle. I had no idea what to do with the waves of emotion crashing through me, seeing him like this, having all of his attention focused upon me, and not being able to give mine to anything else wasn't helping. He reached the tub in 3 strides and knelt beside it, wordlessly, still saying nothing. He grabbed the picture on the rail and plunged it into the water. The same thumb and forefinger that had been rough and painful before gently held my chin and inclined my head. He released my chin and with one hand let the water flow down across my hair as the other walked its way onto my scalp, making sure the water saturated fully. I heard him walk a lava between his hands, and one when think such large hands could be delicately. One would think such large hands could be delicately tuck my hair and hand and walk the ladder into it. He spent a long time on my scalp. My eyes were already closed, but his touch melted me into a state of relaxation that it was taking effort to stay upright. He rinsed the hair through. He rinsed the water through my hair again before moving on to bathing the rest of for me. Nothing he did was sensual or sexual, just soothing and reassuring. A practice we'd engaged in for some time, and full reciprocation as needed or desired. The heated emotions played upon apprehending me had quieted. Still no words as he stood, grabbed and unfolded a towel, tossing it over his shoulder. He held his hand out to me. I accepted it and stepped out of the tub. He wrapped it around my hair and squeezed the water out of it. Dried me off quickly, then combed out my hair and bound it in a partial ponytail. He led me by the hand into the main area and had me stand next to the bed. He had me slip into undergarments hastily, split on the outer hem, unremarkably soft brown leather pants, were next followed by a knee-length skirt of the same material. Definitely pulled a thick cotton lane in a shade almost matching the leather over my head. The sleeves went just past my elbows, and there was a spiral twister embroidered at the cuff of each. The mantle, which was of a slightly lighter weave than the lane with spiral twister at the shoulders. Last was the tapered purple sash, which he wrapped around my waist once, then tied loosely so a knot hung toward my right hip. Once again he moved me. I saw across from my bed to the small table and chairs that sat against the wall. He knelt in front of me and slipped one side lace boot on me, whipped up the lace and tied it off. The leather had been cleaned and oiled, and the buttons polished. He finished with the other foot and pulled me to my feet. He took a few steps back from me, and a soft smile curled his lips at the corners. As what and one night I trained and agreed to serve Greece her people in. He stared without masking the pride in his voice. He darted back into the bathing area and returned with something gathered in his hands. She does not stand before them in a gesso's costume, he shouted, tossing Shindishi Hakusho at my at my head. I ducked most of it easily. I'd been mistaken about his mood. It wasn't quieted in the slightest. His temple had never shown for so long. I began to gather up the components and fold them neatly once more. His hands were on the fabric instantaneously, trying to take it from me again. It was not going to happen. I had been accepted enough. They allowed me to wear one freely. I intended upon keeping it for sentimental reasons alone. Unfortunately, that's when the postcard fell out. My hands were too busy trying to collect the newest piece of fabric, so I was unable to get it before he snatched it up off the floor. So what's this then? She demanded. A token from your lover, a remembrance of your new life. You only fled because they couldn't rid you of that thing. You forwarded it and read it and then looked at me. For the first time, I felt it. For the first time, I felt it then. The hollow. I could feel it tickling at my brain, urging me to awaken and use. Honey, I'm not. Shigway. Severely like a whisper when you think you hear someone calling your name, but there's no one there. A fraction of a moment, it seemed like a good idea, really. He come into my room. He was damaging my things. He was not an head-on long knife. I was to go together. Honey, on knock. She got and I confronted and yelled down the captains and vice captains of the Gote 13 and had them relent to the demand of a unavoidable stranger. Who is he to question? Who was he to question my actions, my motives? What had he done? Then I remembered. He could counter anything I could possibly do, with one exception. How many years training, sparring, I could no longer recall. I also so remembered, and had I never been separated since discovering the ability as a very young child. He removed my spoiled comrade, and I currently had no idea where she was. I blinked a few times and found his sword pointed at me, touching my chest again. I hadn't even seen it in the room. What the hell? Yeah, I insisted. I understand. I failed miserably. You're hurt, disappointed, betrayed, and angry. What will this solve? Isn't one of us being shunned enough? He stood staring at me for the longest time. I'd never found his face unreadable until this moment. Eventually, lowered and sheathed the blade, but kept it in his hand. He handed the postcard back to me. I hadn't believed you. I honestly hadn't believed you. he remarked. But what just happened? But what just happened? To your eyes. I hastily refolded and stacked the components out of the shiaksha and tucked the postcard back within. I sighed as I sat on my bed, almost glowing red and black streaked. She nodded. What is it? I explained to him the difference between what we called the fomile and now creations and hollows, which wasn't much, but enough. I did my best to convey what had happened, starting with as attacking me, though what I had done to starting with his attacking me through what I had done to and his Shoten. I told him what had just happened of being aware of it wanting to act through me. I explained to him I knew it could be removed, that here it could be done. What I had learned of the Icetitan, it was indeed possible the Soul King could have accomplished such a feat, but that he would not have intervened. What use is the armor then, if he doesn't care for the people who hold him in reverence? And I'm sure you, Buck, would agree. But okay, I'm gonna keep going, because she's still relaying to him what had happened. I couldn't begin in just a few sentences to explain how and why things were done as they were in the Icetitan, especially not when I wasn't exactly sure about most of them myself. I should not have needed to involve myself in the goings on of the Gongai, but after seeing them, my conscience wouldn't allow otherwise. My attempt to impart any of this to Tile just left him gaping and shaking his head. It was the same reaction I had when these things had been told to me while I was ill, and especially when Wenji escorted me around. And knows more. Since he's central to the tale I just told you, and to why I'm even here to tell you, it seems I found the roaming wizard. It seems he's going by the name of Cheesecake. And is operating an odd little shop, and he's no less enjoying himself within and moving and manipulating events at level. He cocked an eyebrow at me. He opened his mouth to say something, then closed it again. As a statement that caused him to sit hard in the chair I'd occupied when he was putting my boots on my feet. His right hand came up and pressed into his eyes before he rubbed his face. Tell me. So, I did. I shared each and every detail I gathered from the conversations in the Icetitan, especially the ones with Melee. There had been no tech until cheesecake. No research and development. I never gained the specifics of what had brought down the sentence of exile, but there was plenty of note regarding his flight out immediately thereafter. What time I had spent in the Icetitan in his presence had simply been odd. Even the Icetitan was odd, feeling so small, but seemingly an endless warren of room and space within. And then there was the cavern unto it, defying all reason. He associated with a cat, a black cat that could change forms. Wink. Then there was the man's demeanor. Triple, but appearing almost disinterested, which couldn't be farther from the truth. I could see it in his eyes in a few moments. That insane hat wasn't shading so much suppressed emotion and the burden of knowing far too much. And he helped me. No reason, no reward. He just did it because it needed doing, and he was the one who could. I voiced my speculations upon just how deeply involved Hala was in the entire situation the Icetitan had just encountered, and was sure to face once more as a man such as Sosuke Aizen was one to patiently achieve his goals, as well as showing the conception and birth of the apparent guardian and Ichigo Kurosaki. The parallels to the old tale were stark and nearly chilling. Mullen had once again created an awful. Theo was quiet for some time, and I could tell from his far-off expression he was deep in thought. Understandable. I had just given him any enormous swath of information, as well as some summary of what I'd been doing my months in the Icetitan. He had a completely different intent and mood when he'd come in. I was at least thankful for that. Even now, I couldn't stand him being angry with me. Abruptly, he stood and walked over to the bed. He knelt in front of me and took my hands in on the hands in his and made my fingers feel so tiny. He looked me in the eye before speaking. We were. I was wrong. Should you have returned probably original directive? Yes. By the gods, see, I was terrified. You had been imprisoned or executed. You sent back nothing. Lily, you did far more than what was asked of you, and I would say it's fair to assume we will be able to maintain diplomatic contact with them. I sat still blinking at him. Part of me was thrilled to hear those words from him. The other part was nearly crushed. If he'd given me just a moment to explain before parading me around the entire spiel, the entire spectacle could have been avoided. I pulled my hand away. No, you don't get. To do this now, not after all. Yes, today. So you're sorry. I stated. You are the voice then. Are you now? He took a long, deep breath before replying. Actually, yes, I am. They come Hele met again while you were sleeping, and gave it to me to ascertain just what had transpired. Then chose to leave it to custom. After investigating, do you maintain position or are you removed and have Adria ascend from tile? That's basically their word for lieutenant. As rough or funny, the responsibility falls upon me. He paused a moment and looked up at me, his eyes pleading. Yesterday wasn't for Orby because of you. It was to test me, to assure one and all I would hold no bias in your regard. I fought with myself for a moment, but I allowed my hand to move to his head and rest there. Of course, that's the route they chose, given our lifelong involvement. Of course, become Hele would have wanted reassurance from us both. But I also knew he had chosen the manner and method of that test. I was about to speak, but that's when the door opened and the girl from before we turned carrying a tray of food. Tio stood quickly and took it from her. When he noticed the panic that was in her eyes once more, he placed it on the table and moved to retrieve his blade. Kumwak, I should go. I didn't mean to, he said. then told the doll, "I'm sorry, I have what I need to impart to them. My recommendation will be to conditionally reinstate you and log knife." With that, he left. I couldn't eat after yesterday, and this exchange. I found all I could do was curl up on my bed and cry. So that's the end of the chapter. A lot happened in this chapter. She basically relayed everything that had happened to her that's involving the actual Hollow, plus also what happened in the Icetitan, and of course, not actually mentioning any romantic encounters regarding Wingy, because that would just hurt a little too much. But yeah, but one thing I really loved about this chapter, it is that she of course refers to Kisuke as actually that's as Merlin and Ichigo Arthur. Cause honestly, when you really think, that is the role. That is, of course, their one and only true role. You just have to really think about it. You have to really think, okay, this does connect here, so that means this does connect here, and wait a minute, and this connects here, and this connects here, and then this connects here. When you really think about it, and also, so caution, your head might explode, but yeah, like I was stating before, with the actual thumbnail, the thumbnail is gonna probably stay the same. Basically those two, if you haven't actually noticed, they are what Sayani and also they're supposed to actually look like. Because I suck at drawing. I have no artistic talent whatsoever, and basically neither does she. So we went with what we had. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this actual video. Overall, pacing was good. I loved the exposition, Sione explaining what had happened, and explaining what went on with the Icetitan and shit like that. Overall, the reading I'm going to give this is going to be this was a very good Bleach fanfiction chapter. Like I said, that's all I have to say for this actual video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with your friends. This is your captain, Icetitan 123, saying out. Peace.